DC is going to pick up that super tank front line of the Cho'Gath. However, one of the things... Oh, no! Who left? Somebody left. Also, it looked for a second like I was in the game because I had options for that. But, I don't see who... Whoop, who was it? Merciful Jesus left. Jesus... Oh, that guy was trolling. Jesus has left. Thank gosh. We'll be back in 3 days. Oh, all right. That's a highlight moment, Mola font. That's pretty funny right there. Jesus left. He DC'd, and he'll be back in 3 days. Easter was this last Sunday. That makes a lot of sense. He's right there. Who's this? I didn't even see who we got. Oh, Merciful Jesus is back. The troll has returned. What are we gonna do? Are we kicking him? I don't even know what's going on now. I'm gonna leave it in you as the player's hands. Same picks and bans, yes. Same picks and bans. Or 100% new picks, but because we've got so many new people, I'd like to remain the same picks and bans. Preferably. Prefer.
Fear is the first of many foes.
I'm not sure why Jesus left and then came back, but maybe he wanted to trade his spot and be at the bottom of the list rather than towards that top side of things. As I think he was the one who picked up the Jarvan and then jumped out, so we'll see if he does. He just was trolling with us. Gotta deal with the trolls sometimes, guys. Gotta deal with the trolls sometimes. Mobile AP jungle, not terrible. Can I fill in for the troll? 3 of us are in voice chat right now. We'll see if he cleans up his act a little bit. Actually, can you read that? Oh, you can. So he's claiming that he got DC'd. We'll see if he's being serious or not. I don't know why, but... He's on my watch list, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. He's on my watch list. All right. I am aware of his existence. So Jinky Toast picking up the Lulu. Everyone else same picks and bans. It's the Malphite band from North Carolina, not wanting to deal with that super tank, being able to dive in, knock multiple people up, combine it with the Orianna ultimate. There's a lot of pain coming out, even though it's not Orianna mid so far from Team Georgia. Yasuo looking like he is in that mid lane. Killer Kung picking up the Vayne in that bottom lane. So change up a little bit. I don't think it's the end of the world as we do get into the final bans here. Was the Braum in combination with the Draven banned away from Team Georgia. Continuing to ban away some of those bottom laners. Darius got banned away earlier, so making sure that his top lane power is not played through. APJ4 is basically just as mousy standard, a couple CC abilities. He scales reasonably without building damage, but with no extra damage on half his kit and no tank, it's a little suspect. This is true. However, his E, I believe, does have a pretty decent slow. And so, who's the alleged troll? A Merciful Jesus. He's been around before. We'll keep an eye on him. We'll continue to keep an eye on Merciful Jesus. See how this game rolls with his trolling or lack of. We'll find out. But Landex picks up the Tristana for the bottom lane. Nice combination with that Lulu. Quite heavy attack speed. Looking for those engages. Going to be tossing on the grenade, as well as with those extra attack speed, blasting away Looks like Merciful Jesus is hovering a Riven for the jungle, unless Doomdozer's the jungle Warwick. We'll have to see what goes down. I'm not sure which one is the jungle, but it might be, oh, it might be Merciful Jesus trading with the Warwick. And Riven top lane, Warwick jungle for Merciful Jesus. We'll find out in a minute. As Fresh Still Pickles, welcome to the stream. Taking that Lee Sin in the jungle for Team Georgia. So we'll have to keep an eye on the AP Jarvan. We did see an AP Jarvan bottom lane support role a while back. Heavy pressure early on into the game. However, as the game scaled, he of course was not able to do quite as much, and so eventually things slowed down. But Nong Smite, we'll have to find out. I'm not sure, actually. He might not worry about it. So, was going to mid Warwick, says the Nong, but accidentally pressed Malzahar. Oh! AP mid Warwick? Is that going to be a thing? I think that he's going to be doing something a little different. We'll find out. As it still is a Malzahar, but it could be Malzahar top lane, Riven jungle. And we're about to get into the lock of the game and find out. The last ban from North Carolina was that Blitzcrank. But going ahead and rolling through the players and their champions real quick. Sasha Hyena, I'll be here next game. Sounds good. Sounds good. It is going to be Nong with the Warwick in the jungle. Doomdozer on Malzahar in the mid lane. Jinky Toast with the Lulu in the bottom lane support role. Landex on the Tristana in the bottom lane 80 carry role. Merciful Jesus, who is not trolling, in the top lane, taking that Riven. For over on Team Georgia, we've got Killer Kung, welcome to the stream, playing Vayne in the 80 carry role. Donut Yum 1 taking Yasuo in the mid lane, welcome to the stream as well. Commander C, you're back, Commander. 2121 taking Cho'Gath in the top lane. Lord Reeves, as always, one of the biggest supporters of the stream. We love this dude. Zyra in the bottom lane support role. And Fresh Dill Pickles on the Lee Sin in the jungle. New to the stream as well. So give these guys some love for being new here and joining into the stream. So, Catinator, I'm down for play one for all. I'm going to play one for all. Hope it finishes first. Yeah, it should. One for all can be a pretty short game. So, Cowboys like the red side better or blue? Get those two mixed up. Yeah. So, team one is a blue team if you're looking across the board. And, if you're looking through, I actually give a pretty hefty toss out to Team Georgia, mostly because they have a really good blend of tank, CC, and damage. You've got the Yasuo, the Vayne for those carry roles, including more than likely that damage-dealing Zyra in the bottom lane. She's going to have to play very safe to not be taken out by the Tristana, who's going to be able to dive in, or even a Warwick jumping in on top of them. Malzahar Flash will also spell the doom with the Zyra, but you got Lee Sin for those plays. You got the frontline tank of the Cho'Gath. He also has Silence, which can help a lot. He's got his Rupture, which will lead straight into the Yasuo's last breath. There's a lot of potential here. Even Lee Sin's Dragon Kick. I always call it Dragon Rage to the mouth, thanks to Briar. Pretty stuck on that one. But even his kick can knock people up into Yasuo's last breath. However, over on the blue side, they have serious carry potential with the Tristana, the Riven, and the Malzahar. All of these are heavy damage dealers. You have Lulu, who can basically take what is your squishy backline and turn them into a kind of more mid-area damage dealer. And then, of course, you've got Warwick, who is that frontline engage. Ooh, looks like Wraith may be able to get on. He's friends with Reeves, and so he may be able to spectate Reeves' game, and thus actually be able to get in and watch as well. So, just have to get food. No worries. All right. So, with 10 seconds left to go, I would give a huge favor over to Team Georgia, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they can't be overtaken very early into the game. It's going to heavily depend on Nong's Warwick jungle, because if he ganks top lane and shuts Cho'Gath down early, pushes him out of the game, keeps him from being able to get any of those tanky stats early on into the game, slows him down, as well as keeps Yasuo from truly snowballing in the mid lane, there's a lot of potential that North Carolina could be able to take the win on this one. However, as I said, if it scales into the late game, when you have that hyper unkillable tank of Cho'Gath in your front line, you have plenty of CC and damage coming out from the Zyra in the back line behind the AD damage of the Yasuo and the the Vayne coming out as well. There's some pretty good potential from Team Georgia to take this win. Holy Spaz, welcome. Hey, I'm the Lee. I'm really bad. AD damage. Welcome. Holy Spaz. Spaz. Oh, you can't see me spazzing because the camera's gone. But AD attack damage. AD damage. Yes, exactly. Won't let me spectate. Aww. All right. Well, Wraith is on. We'll get him in after this game because apparently the game won't let him spectate a custom game, which definitely sucks. But we'll get him in for game 2. Don't you guys worry. He'll be in here in a minute. So, some cool skins. Firefighter Tristana, Star Guardian Lulu, Battle Boss Malzahar coming out. Always a good skin to have. Dragon Sorceress Zyra is probably my favorite Xayah skin. And Blood Moon Yasuo. Don't forget that skin as well. Everyone knows skin to win. The more skins you have, the more wins you get. So, obviously, we're going to give a favor over to Blue Team just based upon the skins. Because they have 3 to Red Team, Team George's 2. It is a question, though, as was mentioned in the chat, of how does Lee Sin do? It's going to be a little difficult for him to gank some of these lanes, especially the Tristana and the Riven, because these champions are so highly mobile. It's going to be a little difficult for him to get in, be able to pick off some of those kills. And so I'm curious to see how he does when we are into, if he decides to focus all of those ganks on the mid lane, if that's what he decides to focus on, or if he decides instead to try to just farm up and hit some of those harder to hit lanes after some of those cooldowns or flashes or spells have been burned. It does look like Lord Reeves, who's the leader of the Invades team, is not going to be leading the Invade this time. Instead, it is Blue Team North Carolina, probably led by Landex or Nong that are going to be trying to engage. They do have some pretty decent CC of the Riven stun. Oh, they are going to be spotted out by the Zyra. Too late. Too much slows. And they're not going to be able to get engaged upon that. That's where you have to stick together in that bush. The other team has just as much speed as you do. So there's still some pings to wait in this bush and see what happens. But I think after they were caught out and they put down that ward, it is going to be the end of that invade. Unless Lulu tries to steal blue buff over the wall, which is a possibility if they get a ward down and get some vision on that. So Lee Sin hanging off to the side. I think the audio is a little on the low side. So if you guys give me a second, I'm going to bump up the overall volume a bit more. There we go. That should help out a little bit. So, lanes to watch for, personally, I would say, is this bottom lane. The combination of the Zyra Vayne being very painful if they can get some of that CC down, either to condemn into a wall or a snare from Lord Reeves. Plus, having that early ignite, it did recently get buffed, so it's going to do a lot more damage early on into the game. You can even see that Landex takes the barrier rather than the heal, because heal did get nerfed. Oh, Lord Reeves going to start off poking a little damage on the Landex there. Just saying hi from over the wall. So, I went on a 5-game win streak on my second account, rushing ZZ Rot today. Expect to see that. Ooh, ZZ Rot Portal coming out game 2, maybe? ZZ Rot's pretty powerful. I actually was watching some backdoors today with ZZ Rot on YouTube. So, Jinky Toast, gonna take a little more poke in the bottom lane, but that's what Lulu is for. It's to not only take poke, but to give poke as well. Yasuo versus Riven in the mid lane. Merciful Jesus going to be forced back underneath his turret as he takes a lot of damage in an engage that did not really want. I actually missed it, that it is the Malzahar in the top lane as Riven in the mid lane going to be facing off against the Yasuo. Of course, that Cho'Gath in the top lane going to be doing nicely. Oh, Riven getting in, getting some good CC. Nice knockback, double ignites down. However, as Yasuo steals away first blood, almost goes down himself in just the couple digits of health, but Donut Yum is going to escape for the moment until Warwick comes in. May he die underneath the tower. He doesn't get the fear. Flashes for the auto attack and cleans that one up. Oh man, I wish this game gave a couple more seconds when a kill like that goes down, because it is really cool to watch. But it looks like it is going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Yasuo getting first blood, Warwick cleaning it up afterwards. Nong first time, or at least not so much often seen in the jungle. Going to be coming in and getting a nice early kill off of that. Doomdozer in the top lane with that Malzahar is able to get a little bit of farm. However, that spell shield is not doing a whole lot against the Cho'Gath's ability to just spam spells out. Very easy for him to throw down the Rupture. Now we can get the slow as well. Silence on top of that on the Malzahar is going to be problematic, especially with his mana going very low. The Cho'Gath just pushes him out of top lane, and so far red team has a pretty decent advantage. Now, Cho'Gath's farm is still even with the Malzahar in the top lane, but that constant pushing Malzahar back is going to eventually become very problematic. I should turn Legend Series off because we are not in the Legend Series. We are in just a normal game. Lord Reeves in the bottom lane, just doing what Lord Reeves does, so don't put me on the stream, holy spaz. Don't put me on the stream, too late. Too late, son. Donut Yum, once again, in a... Oh! Nice last auto for the crit. Right afterwards, dashing through the minions. That is some serious play. That is some serious play in the mid lane out of Donut Yum 1, who is now 2-1. And with that extra attack speed that he picked up early, Riven went for the damage, which meant that she didn't have the ability to land as many auto attacks as necessary to take out the Yasuo. And that extra attack speed for the Yasuo played in beautifully into that mid lane. Landix getting a little bit of poke, but the farm game continues strong between these teams. I'm going to go ahead and actually pull up as well something that I forgot to pull up before the beginning of the game. Don't worry, guys. We'll be here. A little jump there from the Tristana. Lord Reeves as well, going to be hanging out. The Zyra's main focus is to just do as much damage to the enemy team. Continue to poke that Lulu out, which is forcing Tristana to have to play more safely because Lulu isn't there. Riven doesn't care about the mid lane difference in farm. It actually isn't that much different. Lee Sin's here though. Nice dodge from Merciful Jesus to avoid the Sonic Wave from the Lee Sin. However, the Yasuo may be going down. Riven cleans that one up. Warwick here, Nong with the assist. Now he's moving in onto the Lee Sin. However, he should be able to get out of this one. A little bit of a potion use there as he does have that refillable pot. Does have the Sonic Wave, but I don't think he's going to go in on that one. Just kind of baiting Riven to see what she does. Nice ward there from the Warwick as well. It's seen in all of this vision from red team on this top side, but he does get some vision down as well. There's the pings on top of that. Riven moving in with the Warwick as we're just watching the farm go back and forth in the top lane. They're just chasing Lee Sin out here. No real surprise there. As, oh, that is going to be the ult from the Malzahar, and forces the flash out from Commander C. He's very low health. This might be enough for the Warwick to come in and finish him off. Oh, easy cleanup. The setup and the knockdown from the Malzahar in the top lane. Gets the damage, throws down the ultimate, forces the flash out of the Cho'Gath, who tries to walk back underneath the turret, and Warwick comes in, grabbing the cleanup. He used the Ghost, but it's on a much faster cooldown than the flash. Didn't even need to use the smite. Easy kill. Good damage there again from Lord Reeves in the bottom lane. Now he is low on mana, so he needs to play a little bit on the safer side, but the Yasuo comes in. Nice little extra damage, but Tornado not quite going to land, so I did die, holy spaz. It's true. It's true. Not yet. You said you're the Lee Sin who has not died. Wait, that is what he said, right? I think. Whoop. Hang on one second. I want to check this real quick. Yeah, I'm the Lee. All right, so Holy Spaz has not died yet. Warwick in the bottom lane gets the smite down, slow it onto... Oh, the Vayne. They fear as well. Beautifully played out. The grenade going to finish exploding. Deals that extra damage to Vayne. The flash forced out from the Lord Reeves. However, it doesn't even matter. Nogdong going to go in for the kill with the leap, followed up by only being executed as no damage went down. May have been in Lord Reeves worth it for him to throw down the ignite. However, in that particular circumstance, I don't believe he was expecting the Warwick to dash underneath the turret to finish off the leap and grab the kill. So huge plays coming out from blue team North Carolina in the lead so far this game and doing a really good job of it. As in the mid lane, the farm still relatively even between the two. Farm game across the board is actually pretty even between these two teams. It really just comes down to Warwick having made so many plays that Lee Sin has been unable to either follow up on or been able to make some of his plays in the zone. Now, he is coming to the top lane. Commander C just starts to farm the minions. Lee Sin coming around the sidelines. Going to ward hop, knock the spell immunity off of Doom Dozer. Has the red buff for the slow as well. The flash in from the Yasuo to get the tornado and the knockup. However, the CC might be enough. One more tower shot, but no. Donut Yum gets out of range. And another clean kill, but here comes Warwick leaping in. Sorry, Windwall's not going to save you from that. monstrosity of a wolf leaping in, and he picks up a 4th kill. Rampage for the Warwick. Love the wind ball, though. Tries to stop the leaping Warwick, but it only stops on an enemy champion. Doesn't matter about the spells. Polymorph onto the Zyra, who just continues to poke away in the bottom lane. Does have boots now, so can move around a little bit faster, whereas Lulu picked up the Corrupting Potion. So a little bit of a different build from your support Lulu than you might normally see, but looking for that little extra damage. It is a BF sword start for the Tristana and the Vayne. However, I think they're going to change up some of those routes in a minute. Extra boots over to the Tristana. Ult from Malzahar in the top lane. Commander C in trouble. Doesn't even need the Warwick. He leapt up there just to watch the enemy die. And Commander C going to go down again. And that is really good for North Carolina, shutting down that heavy tank later in the game. Donut Young throws up the wind wall, doesn't matter, trying to dash through minions with a flash from Merciful Jesus to guarantee the kill. Flash in the bottom lane, but the 3rd shot of the silver bolts from the Vayne, Killer Kung already procs, dealing massive damage to Landex, putting him below 300 health, so he's gonna have to play safe. Lee Sin's around the corner, but Warwick is right behind. The jump from the Tristana, keeping her safe for the moment, but nice from Nong Nong, ulting down onto the Vayne underneath the turret. Good play, has the fear available as well, pushes the Lee Sin backwards. He tries to jump to safety, but not even going to get close, and that's gonna be another double kill over to the Warwick, who is so far getting absolutely snowball. Nong Nong, why did you play jungle more often? This is amazing. We normally see him play something ridiculous in the mid lane, as he was going to potentially be playing the mid lane AP Warwick, but instead is now playing Warwick in the jungle and doing a really good job. Norwegian Fast Hound. Too fast, too furious. Donut Yum in the mid lane, trying to get some farm. A little bit of damage. Last breath onto the Riven. She doesn't care unless she does, but she's about to go down. One more auto attack. The speedy hits from the Yasuo. Riven without the ult, without ignite, without flash, had nothing in the tank. And Yasuo cleans up a kill and now able to clean up some minions without being too worried about being killed off. But it's still 10 kills to 4, a 2,500 gold lead for Team North Carolina as they continue to move up the chain. So, okay, please, 940 there, like challenger. We'll have to see what goes down at about 9. Oh, wait, we didn't see 940. That was in the bottom lane. So, oh, the Warwick is challenger. No, he ain't challenger. Nice ultimate there from Lou. Wild Growth keep Tristana up. However, Jinky Toast in trouble. She gets the slow. Doesn't matter. Killer Kung going to still finish her off. Rocket jump from Landex to get the slow, but the invisibility from Killer Kung. The knockback. The double kill. Killer Kung comes out massive in the bottom lane after a big outplay. And because we can, since Wraith is not here, we're actually going to back up and watch what happens to Nong Nong in the mid lane in a minute, because I wanted to see how this fight in the bottom lane went down again. It's going to be the engage. We're seeing a little bit from the top side here, but it should rotate very quickly to the bottom. So, Reeves is full health as well as Killer Kung. It's coming back up. Doesn't have flash or heal. Reeves as well only has the ignite. So I believe it is Reeves who initially gets caught out. There it is, some good damage from Jinky Toast for the slow. However, Landex gets ulted upon. Wild Growth there for the nice knock-up. Killer Kung switches over to the squishy. Lulu moves in for the kill. Jinky Toast is going to be taken out by that 3rd proc from the Silver Bolt. And then going invisible here means Landex hits a minion and doesn't get the last shot necessary to finish off Killer Kung, who then heals off of that. So beautiful play there in the mid lane now. It is Donut Yum that's going to be engaged upon by the super speedy Norwegian Wolf of Doom. Nong Nong comes in with a red buff, but just a little love tap before backing out. Not going to do much other than scratch the back of the Yasuo, who's just going to head back to his turret for safety. As if they were challenger, you wouldn't have as many turrets. Yeah, it's true. Nong Nong going to come to the bottom lane, pick up the kill on Vayne, who's stuck around way too long. Now Merciful Jesus versus Lee Sin. That's going to be the Fresh Dill Pickles escaping into the mid lane. Gonna miss the Sonic Wave, but Nong Nong comes in. Super speedy Norwegian Wolf forces the flash out of the Lee Sin. Chases in onto the Yasuo, who's just gonna be feared up, and Donut's gonna fall as well as the Lee Sin. No, he nicely shields himself all the way to Lord Reeves, who rotated towards the mid lane to see if he could help out in that fight, saving the jungler for Team Georgia. But even still, it is not looking good for Team Georgia, as they are down now over 7 kills and about 4,000 gold. Most of it is on this Warwick, though. 7, 1, and 4 has been playing massively throughout this game, engaging across the map. We saw him gank mid, went straight to bottom lane and then straight back to the top lane. Oh, ult canceled there from the Malzahar. I don't think that was meant to be, but it certainly did happen. And Commander C making note of that's going to move in a little bit. I don't know why you guys got that messed up in the bottom lane. There we go. Lord Reeves about half health, but half health for the Lulu as well, who doesn't have much besides the magical boots to speak of and a little extra health. Commander C now taking a lot of damage from those space aids. Very low health. Doomdozer should be able to finish one. However, he is low mana, so the Cho'Gath might be able to escape. Ignite down onto Merciful Jesus, gets the shield, dodges the tornado, Ignite taking away. It doesn't matter. That's going to be enough. And once again, Malzahar setting up Nong Nong on the Warwick in the top lane, clearing out that Cho'Gath. And really, this game at the moment is all about teams setting up Nong Nong to walk in and get some more kills. 8-1. There's just nothing that can stop this. Lee Sin, though, going to grant himself a first kill in the game and grab that top lane, picking up the Malzahar there, who just overstayed trying to get down the turret and giving a little bit of extra gold over to Lee Sin. No shutdown gold, as the Warwick is the one who all of the kills have been on. But overall kill distribution for Team North Carolina is pretty much on those carries that you want. 2 kills onto the Tristana, 3 onto the Riven, and then, of course, Warwick, who's been stealing everything else. Now, he is headed here to the bottom lane, leaps in. Holy moly. What? I gotta back this up, guys. I gotta back this up. How fast does Warwick come in here? I'm zooming out real far so I can see this. See this go down. The Lord Reeves. Oh, wow. Leaves a huge distance. Lord Reeves flashing to the safety. Killer Kung as well flashing to avoid that extra damage. But that is double flashes out of the bottom lane. And they're going to be able to just move back underneath the turret and play it safe. Yasuo did head towards the bottom lane. No Drakes have been taken this game yet, as it is a win Drake early. Nice kick from Lee Sin. Pushes Riven out from underneath the turret. Lord Reeves here trying to help the Yasuo get something done, but Warwick is here as well, something to pay attention to. And that's going to be the Whimsy straight onto the Yasuo. He's gone, despite the wind wall. Just took way too much damage with that Whimsy from the Lulu. And going to go down. Merciful Jesus in the mid lane, taking the turret. Lee Sin here trying to stop Merciful Jesus from killing the turret. She's going to ult, and oh, quick stun auto ult for the kill. Riven knowing the limits of that champion very well. And by Riven, I mean Merciful Jesus knowing the limits of the Riven very well. Ult from the Malzahar onto the Cho'Gath once again in that top lane. Going to be pushing him back underneath this turret. Forced to play safe again as Warwick, super speedy, moving around the map. Has not only the movement speed boots, but also the Yumi's Ghostblade for the extra speed. And this game continues to look like it is quite handily going in North Carolina's favor. Doomdozer now pushing in under the turret. Very close to taking it out, but I think, Nong Nong here. That's going to finish off the turret. The Fear going to go down. Going to be tanking up the turret from Doomdozer as well. Nong takes 1 turret shot, but doesn't even matter. And that should be top tier turret for Doomdozer, as the Lee Sin is fresh, still pickled, unable to stop that. Warwick being in his jungle, just claiming it as his own, as he is so far ahead in this game. Now he's going to jump onto Lee Sin, who just ward hops his way to safety for the moment, but did get knocked down to half health, and Nong Nong flashes the fabulous icon above him after that ult that didn't secure much other than forcing Lee Sin to back. Now Yasuo is coming around the corner. I don't know that he's going to be able to find either one before they finish the recalls. Malzahar actually canceled the recall. Did have the spell shield, though, to avoid any tornadoes if one of those did come flying through, and not quite going to land. So Killer Kung now free farming in the bottom lane, getting a little bit of an advantage onto the Tristana. She's got that IE, as Vayne is currently still sitting on about 600 gold, and trying to get farm to finish and complete her first item of the game. Lord Reeves looking for those wards, as well as placing the plants just to get that extra vision. They are going to have vision on the Rift Herald, but so does North Carolina. Double warded in the back of the pit to make sure that if Team Georgia does anything, they're going to be able to have vision for it. So, oh, we don't right now. He says we don't have any turrets right now. You still got some. You got triple turrets across top, mid, and bottom lane. So I can guarantee you that, oh, Warwick comes in, Nong Nong, oh, super speedy. Doesn't find the ult or the slow, but is going to get it suppressed. What am I talking about? Not getting the ult. He just didn't get the initial leap. And Commander C going to go down, as the damage from the Righteous Glory super speedy Warwick is just way, way, way too strong. And the Malzahar just feeling bad about this Cho'Gath, unable to get even many stacks on his Rod of Ages. Lord Reeves ignited, gonna be going down as Merciful Jesus picks that one up, throwing out all of the damage as it is that squishy Zyra. Now engage here between these two. However, the fear onto the Yasuo should guarantee his death. Riven picks up the double kill. Tristana's gonna catch Lee Sin in the jungle, finish him off. I believe it was with the help of the Lulu Whimsy and the speed boost attack that Lulu gives. And that is so many kills over to Team North Carolina. Huge advantage. They can push almost any wave that they want. Nong Nong with all of the speedy items, mobility, boost of mobility, Righteous Glory, as well as Yumu's Ghost Blade. I wonder what his max movement speed when he uses all three items is included in that ultimate. But it helps even more when somebody is marked with that scent due to the extra movement speed that it gives you towards somebody who has been marked. Doom Dozer in the bottom lane, gonna take a little bit of poke damage, but with those Voidlings should be able to clean up the turret quite easily. Mid lane, second tier turret goes down. Top lane, second tier soon to follow. Tristana pushed that out a little bit. Warwick leaping way over enemy lines. Now probably in trouble. Doesn't get snared up. Slowed, however, and that should be his doom as Riven is fighting 1v1 with Lee Sin. Cho'Gath here with the help. The Rupture, fresh Dill Pickle on the run with the red buff. That just gives red buff over to Merciful Jesus, who flashed in for the kill using that Ravenous Hydra to clean up not only one but two kills on the Cho'Gath as well. And it looks like the Warwick actually lived through the mid lane despite all of the CC. And now he's going to try to get the fear down onto the Yasuo, who also gets the channel from the Malzahar ultimate. And that's going to be yet another kill as Team North Carolina just has a huge advantage. They've got 2 to 3 completed items on every single member of their team. The team from Team Georgia still sitting on 1.5 items for most of them. The movement here from the Riven in the top lane misses the ultimate. Nice dodge there from the tumble on the Vayne. However, gets credit for the kill after the turret shot comes back in. So 1 for 3 still trades 1 for 1 in that top lane. 1 versus 3 trades 1 for 1 in the top lane. The Riven picking up a kill underneath the turret. Doom Dozer getting engaged upon by the Lee Sin. Throws out the little top hat penguin. But nothing much going to happen from that as Lee Sin just going to hop to safety over the wall. Vision there back and forth by both teams trying to see what they can about this mid lane. They want to get the turret down so they can safely go and pick up the Rift Herald if they can get the inhibitor to fall. However, Cho'Gath in a bit of a pickle as he doesn't have the stacks on a Rod of Ages yet and really just doesn't have the items to be that frontline tank. Staying at only 105 health, Vayne has over 20 farm more than he is, and Baron is going to nom up that Rift Herald and spawn in its place. The top turret probably going to fall. Rupture not going to land on the Tristana, who is starting at this point at level 10 to get some of that extra range to be able to play a lot safer towards that mid to late game, including with that rocket jump. So, with the rest of the team from Team Georgia able to save the top turret for the moment and keep pressure on, though, Team North Carolina. Doing a good job of keeping a lot of those waves pushed in. Now, they have circled around this Baron. There is no vision from Team Georgia. The pings are down from Team Georgia, so they know there's the potential, at least, that North Carolina could be doing that. But they're going to give it up as Georgia's going to find them in the jungle trying to ward up. Jinky Toast with that scrying, or not going to see much with it. Just a little out of range of that ward in the... we don't call that a pixel bush, but ward in the bush from Team Georgia. So, 1 exterior turret still up for Team Georgia. They're not out of it yet. We talked about the late game scaling that Cho'Gath has. Oh, Yasuo going to go deep in. Nice wild growth. Going to keep the Tristana safe. She's starting to do the damage. Exhaust down onto fresh Dill Pickle. However, the Tristana's been picked up. Yasuo cleaning up 2. And that is going to give a big wave of influence back over to Team Georgia as that Yasuo is starting to get back into this game. Now 7 and 8. He should be able to finish off his Infinity Edge in the near future, start to get some of those crits down. And Yasuo's, depending on how they play, can carry a game if they can clear those damage dealers from the enemy team first. There are pings from both teams onto the Baron, trying to make sure they have vision on that. Reeves clears that control ward, taking away the vision from North Carolina. And they do see that no one is on it, so both teams are going to back off. Riven split pushing in the bottom lane. Merciful Jesus doing a good job, just going to be drawing attention and pressure from Team Georgia, as North Carolina are going to find themselves an inhibitor turret. Now, I don't think Riven's going to get it, but the engage here in the mid lane, that's an ult onto the Lee Sin. Every time Malzahar ults, it's almost a free kill over. Merciful Jesus on the run is going to get knocked up by the Rupture, starts to dash away, and that is the nearly uncatchable Riven. Just doing Riven things now. Yasuo is continuing to chase in, but decides to go for the Gromp instead. Backing off, knowing that the rest of the members of North Carolina could be on their way. They are pushing hard down the mid lane, but looks like the Lulu may be going out here. Zyra getting decent damage, knock up as well. Yasuo here, he follows the knock up. However, Lulu uses the Wild Growth on herself. Now that is a big spell down, as it's not going to be available for the AD carry. So the next time that Yasuo or the Zyra start to deal massive damage to the Tristana, the Wild Growth is not available for, oh, Lee Sin just kicks the Riven away from the inhibitor. So it's not doing damage. Malzahar ult not available just yet. Merciful Jesus is going to move towards the mid lane. Top lane turret is going to be picked up by Nyong Nyong on that Warwick. Lee Sin just burning some of those non-existent cooldowns on the Riven, who's going to go in deep looking for the Yasuo. Picks up one kill, and that should be the ult to finish off Lee Sin after his flash as well. Moves in looking for a triple, just going to flash in onto the Vayne with that ignite down, easily able to pick up a triple kill as well. Good movement there to bait the Vayne in, and now Commander C in trouble is going to be picked off. Jinky Toast getting credit for that one. I think Tristana wanted it, but not going to be able to get it. Merciful Jesus playing that proxy farmer on the minions, letting her minions do the work as Malzahar freely hits this bottom lane turret. And it looks like North Carolina's pressure finally has collapsed through, and now they're able to push every single wave in. Tristana clears the mid lane turret. They head towards the top lane. Lulu's been poking away on that one. Doomdozer picking up the bottom lane inhibitor. Yasuo may be able to take him down, as he's unconcerned about the spell shield. The silence is going to keep Doomdozer alive for the moment. It looks like, oh, the burning onto Donut. Yum. Oh, it doesn't matter. Warwick's here with an auto attack to clean that one up. Vayne fears the Malzahar, though, with the nice last hit from the silver bolts, but the Warwick is just massive. However, underneath two Nexus turrets, doesn't matter. He's going to be taken out there. The Wild Growth from Lulu not going to save him, and a couple of handed kills goes over to Team Georgia, as North Carolina got a little too comfortable pushing in. And game not over just yet. Only one inhibitor down. There's still minions in the base, but they can be cleared out by Team Georgia. They are going to move forward just to get some extra wards. Vision. Wow, that is a really cool ward. Hold on, real quick. It's got to be the new Conqueror Varus skin ward. Lee Sin clears it, so I can't even look at it anymore. It's a pretty cool ward, guys. Pretty cool ward. So Nyong Nyong is cheating. He bought an item that bugged and isn't supposed to be on this map. LMO. Oh! Corellia Revive. 10% cooldown, 8% movement speed. Grant yourself and nearby allies 40% movement speed for 60 seconds. Or for 3 seconds, sorry. 60-second cooldown. That's crazy. As Riven going to try to 1v5. Is able to pick up the Lee Sin. However, going to be cleared up afterwards. No matter how confident you are, 1v5ing at this point of the game is not the wisest. And one of the things about that is that each kill decreases the pressure that North Carolina can put, which opens the opportunity for them to make more mistakes and get Team Georgia back into the game. And that's the question, is can Team Georgia really make their way back into the game? I think it all depends on if they can clear the carries. If they take out the Tristana, the Malzahar, and then somehow fell the monstrosity that is this 14-2 Warwick, they should be able to at least get some pressure back out onto the map. However, if they can't touch the Tristana because of the Lulu, they're going to have a lot more difficulty in this game. Red team pushes out through the mid lane. They do have a ward on Baron, so they see that the members of North Carolina are around, but they aren't going to be starting it up just yet. So, hey, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it, Lee Sin. Warwick doesn't have celerity. I'm killing. Oh, if Warwick doesn't have celerity, I'm killing myself. Warwick has Ghost. Ha 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 ha. Hey, no spoilers. You're new here. I'll forgive you this time. Good damage down from the Zyra onto the Lulu, pushing her back. Malzahar, however, in the base, gonna find the ult. Lord Reeves helping the Riven to clear up the mid lane inhibitor. Commander C now pushed backwards. The Baron has not been taken at the moment, so maybe I was incorrect on that. But top lane inhibitor gonna fall. North Carolina doing good work through the base, taking all of the inhibitors out from Team Georgia, who are now going to have a much harder time getting back into this game. They are up to 2 to 3 items, depending on the member of the team. Knockup going to be interrupting Riven's recalling. Merciful is just going to restart that channel. Doomdozer and the rest of the team now dancing, waiting for the super minions to push into the base. Members of Team Georgia doing everything they can to defend these Nexus turrets. The super minions are starting to deal damage. They haven't been able to take one turret out on the enemy team. Merciful Jesus goes in 1v5 once again. Mei being taken out. Lee Sin kicked off to the side, but that's just putting her underneath the turret, and she's going to go down. Now red team moves out, trying to clear these minion waves. Donut Yum looking for someone to engage upon Tornado. Not going to land the Rupture onto the Lulu. Keeps her in place as the Tristana ult just going to knock the members of Team Georgia back. Malzahar moving away from the bottom lane. And that's going to be Team Georgia holding on once again, but there are still going to be super minions pushing the base for the next 2 minutes. I also missed that despite this, all right, let's count this up here, right? Plus 20% movement speed. When he activates it, hang on a second. Increased to up to 60 at 100 stacks. So we're gonna say 60 plus 20%. Plus 75%, so that's 105% movement speed. Plus 8% is 113% movement speed. Plus when he activates it, it's another 40%, so it's 143% movement speed. Plus 188 movement speed. Plus 25 movement speed, which is another 65. Warwick is a very fast fellow when he uses Ghost. Currently 435 on the movement speed scale, but when he activates those items, it's going to be insane. Lulu may be in trouble. Fresh Dill Pickle looking for the steal, and he does! Fresh Dill Pickle steals away the Baron, gives his life over, but gives the Baron to his team, which is going to help them defend the base a lot better now that they have that Baron. That's going to hold against the super minions better. However, Merciful Jesus may, with that double stun, just clear up. Nice ult knock up. However, it doesn't matter. The rest of the team here. Warwick with the movement speed. He's clearing people left and right. Riven getting the shutdown on 2. Can they move in? This massive wolf. It looks like the wolf from the Thor Ragnarok as Zyra on the base. The fountain almost taken out. Silence on a Merciful Jesus slows her down. Ignite ticking away a little bit of damage, but not going to be nearly enough. And Holy Spaz, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you joining the XLNC team as one Nexus turret is going to fall. The other one soon to follow. Nong still untouchable. Lord Reeves pushed back underneath the fountain once again as Doomzos are looking for the kills. Merciful Jesus may be going down, but no, the polymorph onto the Lee Sin. Whimsy gonna clear him. He's unable to do the last bit of damage to take out one member of North Carolina. Jinky Toast, the squishiest support on the enemy team. Commander C doing what he can to tank, but it doesn't matter. They're not focusing him. The ult onto Lord Reeves. He doesn't matter. Walking into the base keeps him safe. Double Nexus turrets down. They're looking to pad the stats. The polymorph Whimsy onto Yasuo. Gonna clear that one up, but we're not done yet because I gotta back this up, guys. We have to check. This is the crucial moment here, all right? All of the kills, all of the moments. Yes, North Carolina won the game handedly. But the most important part of this entire game is what happens to Warwick. All right. So here we are. We're going to focus solely on the Warwick and watch these movement speed stats. So they realized that it was taken. Nice steal from the Lee Sin. No. We want to focus on to the Warwick. Here we go. 900, 1,187, 1,970, 1,450, 1,430, 1,446. He's broken 1,700. 1,700. Hold on. We're going to back that up and pause it at 1,700. This is the Drag Race NASCAR Warwick going to be playing here. All right. He starts all of his items. Ping, ping, ping. I think, does Lulu give him a speed boost as well? No, she doesn't. So he could have gone faster than that as well. But boom, 1724 NASCAR drift racing Warwick gets the slow onto Cho'Gath as well. before landing the fear onto Killer Kung, as well as just a massive amount of damage, and then gets Wild Growth ulted as well to knock up the Vayne and guarantee that kill before ulting in super speedy onto the Zyra. So, alright, that was fun to watch. Back to normal mode. They're gonna play with their food. Whoop, a little too fast there. But North Carolina cleans it up. 17-24. Almost as awesome as my AP Jarvan. Gotta go fast, Nyongdong says. Indeed. Indeed. Cleans it up. Team North Carolina with an excellent overall game. Excellent overall win. And that's going to give them the first game of the night. As we now get into MVPs and honorable mentions. Gotta pull up the stats real quick. And see how we do. Also, we can call Wraith now. It's exciting. Wonder if he's out of the shower yet. Up. I don't want to hit him. I just... And get some music playing in the background. I want to skip the end of that song. I got messaged. I gotta see what some of these guys are talking about. So, hey, Gluck Gaming says we're jumping in. Sweet. Jake Helton, they have soft caps on movement speed. Anything that exceeds 700 movement speed is halved or something. Oh, well, regardless, it still looked really cool. That's what I care about. So, fastest wolf. Can't even react to the Warwick before he jumped on me. I know, right? He's so fast. So sad that Wraith didn't get to see us play. So he'll watch the video afterwards, most likely. Wait, did I accidentally join a match that was like really competitive match and mess it up? No. Custom game just for fun. Are welcome. Any game. I can't spell it all, so it's cool. All right, we're gonna do honorable mentions and MVPs real quick, as we always do. You can actually, if you're new here, first of all, welcome to the new people, but you can check down below and see that we do have a kind of a going list of honorable mentions and MVPs that we like to kind of keep track of and see how those things go. But we're gonna roll through this really quick as we get Wraith in here in just a moment. So for the losing team, which is the one that we always start off with, is honorable mention. I think I'm going to give over to... I think I'm gonna give it to Killer Kung. Part of the reason why is overall played a generally solid game. Has some really nice outplay movements in the bottom lane, getting that double kill before going down to Warwick. Could have played better, obviously, a couple extra wards. Had one of the lowest death scores. I mean, obviously, Lord Reese always has the lowest death score because he's a god. But besides that, Vayne did decent damage and had really good positioning overall. And so for the most part, didn't get caught out quite as much and used the invisibility to pretty decent effect. So honorable mention to Killer Kung, who did a decent job overall. And then MVP, this is hard actually. I think I'm gonna give the most valuable player. This is a tough one. Okay, this is a toss-up between Fresh Dill Pickles and Donut Yum. And the reason why, I think in the end, I'm gonna give it over to Fresh Dill Pickles, but a heavy amount of that is due to the Baron Steal. That didn't net them getting back into the game, but definitely opened up the opportunity and kept North Carolina from truly overtaking the game 100%. But also tried to make rotations around the map, tried to gank other lanes, had some decent effect. You can see 6 assists, 3 kills, was pretty good on the kill participation overall according to the team. Donut Yum had a lot of kills and overall played his individual lane against Riven very well. The issue was that he got caught out a lot, and oftentimes would either trade his kill over or trade multiple kills over because of his positioning. So I have to say a huge shout out to Donut Yum solely in the laning phase against the Riven, doing a really good job. However, when it came to the mid to late game, had a much harder time being able to translate just his laning potential into teamfight potential, and ended up giving over 12 kills, which is a massive amount of kills to the enemy team. You learn so much. Oh, wait. I wouldn't mind getting stomped by a master tier player. I'm just going to play some more customs. You learn so much. Thank you. Zyra also helped me a lot. Yeah. Wait, MVP? Holy Spaz? I gave MVP, yeah, to Fresh Dill Pickles. Yep. Which I just went and talked about. So we can actually spam a little, my single one beautiful icon of MVP. So, yep, call ready. All right, so as soon as I finish honorable mentions and MVPs for this game, I'll call Wraith. So, over to the winning team. Honorable mention, we're giving over to, I'm going to say, Merciful Jesus for playing out a really solid lane, having just overall good Riven plays. And one of the main things about her Riven plays is that she wasn't afraid of diving heavily into the enemy team. Oftentimes going in, 2v3, 3v3, or 1v3, 1v4, 1v5. But that's also part of the reason why she has 9 deaths, which is the highest overall entirely by the team. But that pressure, so there's 2 things here to keep in mind. One, she almost always got at least 1 kill, if not multiple kills, when she did that. 2, she pulled pressure, and the rest of the team was able to take towers, get wards down, get vision, all of those sorts of things, while Riven was doing that. And it took them a while to kill her, so just to have really good handle on that champion. And so, honorable mention to Merciful Jesus for that. MVP, absolutely 100% unequivocally over to the drag race Nong Nong Warwick, because what on earth? We even need to talk a lot about that. Huge movement across the map. I think at one point ganked top, then went straight to mid, then went straight to bottom lane, then went straight back to mid lane without backing. I mean, talk about serious pressure across the map, netting multiple kills back and forth. Didn't take all the kills either. Gave some over to Doomdozer in the top lane, gave some to Landex in the bottom lane. Nong Nong was crazy. And, oh, absolutely, you cannot doubt Jinky Toast on that Lulu for those wild growths, saving Landex multiple times over, and then, of course, giving the last little huge wolf credit to Nong Nong at the very end with that wild growth. So, support lives do matter. As a support main, I understand. Yes, he babysat me throughout the worst role. 100%. Support lives matter. And I still give pressure to, or credence to Lord Reeves as well on the Zyra. Playing AP Zyra, now there's good and bad. One thing about it is that you add so much pressure, and he did. He and Killer Kong had a ton of pressure in the bottom lane. However, ended up, because of building Squishy Zyra, being able to give kills over to Nong Nong because he was able to kill very quickly, because Nong Nong was able to get ahead and started snowballing, etc., etc. So just good plays around overall. So look at my damage. Okay. All right, we'll check on the damage. I was on 150 ping, though, so understandable. Lord Reeves does sometimes play on 100, or high ping, at least. So, yeah, highest in the team. Holy moly. 21,000 damage. You can't even see it because of the Wraith stat in a way. Hold on, let's switch over to... All right, you can see there for a minute. 21,500 damage. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, we got to get in game number 2 of the night before things get too late here. So I'm going to go ahead and call Wraith, and then we're going to get into game